So, hello everyone, this is Valderon, this is No Man's Sky, the game is loaded in, and we are actually ready to rumble, or whatever we want to call it. So, what's in it today? Look at the frigate mission, see what we get in from them. Look at a Nexus mission, and otherwise then trot along to get towards the core. I still have all these, and I'm actually going to just double check what the living ship actually need, and then the rest I will kind of process one way or another. Another thing which one thing I noticed is the wanted was processed meat, I believe, but let's get back to that when it's actually actual, because that's one thing which is very easy to make, so that we can, as I say, get back to and take a look at. It's not difficult if that's the case, but let's start with the frigates. We have 478 million, and let's see what we get today. So industrial, that was an egg for the living ship. Some money. Of course, some hot ice. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. 1 million. A combat one. That's traditionally a lot of money more than anything else. So. So 2.4. Short balanced one. That could be anything. It was just not a lot of anything. So 3.3. Now the two longest ones comes up. Another egg for the living ship. So 5.9. I just have to check. I still have plenty of space. It's nicer when I don't have to empty out in the middle. Egg and 2 spawning sacks, that's good at storage slots, so that is actually really good. So 7.6 or something like that. Not too bad. Yeah, that shows roughly 8. So yeah, that's actually quite good. I'm happy with that. So let's just clean up what we have. Some of it I'm going to keep that on there. a lump of money in those as well. So I'll put these two down here for now. Those are just so. So I had some there. Take them out as well. As I have to check on the ship, I might as well do it like that. Was actually not a bad haul today. So I have 6 of those for this one. That one I actually have, it was installed on the ship, so don't need that, but I'm saving up for that one, so that is going to wait, and when that is done, then I'm doing those kind of thing, or I'm going to take these. I don't know yet. That is the thing I have to decide. But it is not something which has to be decided very quickly. 2 discovery, about longish, so that's industrial, combat, and a balanced. The balanced is actually medium one. Okay, so let's start with that one. Exploration. Exploration, and trade. So the magic number is down here to get it over 100. So 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. Actually only have 3 on. Support. Put the other organic on. It's 5 stars, so that's fine. So industrial. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last one combat. Damn, now I can't remember. The last one is combat, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a trade. Done. One, 2, 3, 4, and a trade. Fine. And 1 of each. Industrial, support, trade, combat, exploration. 5 stars. So today was actually the first time I got 5 stars on all of them. So bravo for that. It gets easier as they level up, so that's one thing to bear in mind. So living ship is there. It's not the ship I'm going to fly in or anything, but so oxygen, mortite, or condensed. So this is the launch thruster. This is the shield. This is the hyper engine. So that one takes living slime or processed meat. And this is the pulse engine, and it takes viscous fluids or carbon. So viscous fluids I have plenty of here. I will put that on there. Got that one as well. Processed meat. Runaway mold was not useful. Chromatic metal processed meat and living slime. Living slime is the purple one. I just take some of it. I know it can be converted to nanites, but I rather want to have the fuel for the ship. Slime, viscous fluids, Mordite. Mordite I actually have some of here, but I use that for other things, so I'm actually not going to go too much through that. Could take some chromatic metal just in case. It's a quite expensive thing to use, but so I have loads up here, so let's just put them down here for now. We have the X. So now we have to compare pulse drive fuel 7%. So that's not really useful. Six and 3%. That I actually like a little bit better than that, so that's a question about taste, to be honest. I rather want them as S-class anyway, so which hopefully will be so that gave us a little bit extra damage, so that's good. 81, 96, 71, 71, so That one we can put there. Got a little bit longer range, which is quite good. And that's another weapon. It goes with the other one. So both weapons has actually been updated a little bit. So these we put away. So vicious fluids and living slime. I can make this living slime, but I don't know how much I would like to have.
Technology recharge.
There for now. So yeah, this I will deal with in a moment. There was actually quite a good haul which came out of that, so I'm quite happy with that. The thing is, if you want a living ship, you do want it to be very competitive in all matter. So the better you can actually do it, the better it is. So have changed to our normal ship. Go up here so I can easily clean things off. And I have to go to the teleporter anyway. So that one goes there. That one as well. The rest is actually fine. Afraid I got that one there. I need tritium now, so that is of course something I will have to look out for today as well. So we go back where we were. I'm just going to check. I took some with kill different things, so but none of them is in a designated system, so that's absolutely fine, and that's a good way of actually go on from there. So we got quite a good lump of money out of the frigates today, around 8 million. I'm happy with that. I'm ecstatic when it reached 10. It has done a couple of times, but you sometimes only get 5, and it's just you just have to be happy with whatever you get. That's how it is. I mean, there's no need to get greedy or anything else. Be happy with what you get, and that is the good thing. So now we will go call the anomaly and see what today's Nexus mission is. I'm going to look at the ship store first. One over there was a little bit elusive. So as always, if you're sitting there watching and you're a new player, there's things you kind of need a little bit of assistance with or help with or have questions, feel free to ask. I don't mind trying to answer them. And everyone can do that. There's no demand that you are a follower or subscriber to do that. I do think that kind of things can be beneficial for all. Yesterday we talked a little bit about earning money. And, I always claim that's not the hardest part to do, but it's not equally easy for all, but when you get the kind of basic in order, it does becomes easier. But of course you need to know kind of what you're doing before you can start letting greed dominate a little bit. So I am kind of just taking at random. I don't have any plans what I want anymore because I've gotten everything I wanted to have, so the rest is just kind of adding up and adding to my portfolio of blueprints. And of course, if I find out there's something specific I need, then I would go with that first. Collect 5 fatal core. That could be a little bit tricky. But let's see. So it would probably be the better way of doing it. Would probably build a little base and have a Nautilus and sail around. I can't be bothered doing that. I have a feeling I'll have to land there. Fine. So, as I know, I'm going swimming. That is actually a freighter over there. They do lay down on the bottom as well. Animals. Sentinels. So they look quite by the way, that's okay, you want me dead first or what? Actually, I'm always interested in crashed freighters because the thing is they can give you certain benefits. So there's one there, there's one there. So I'm actually still interested in that freighter, and I know that's nothing in relation to the mission, but it's kind of one of those things. You kind of want to investigate them when you find them, because they can be a little bit rare. I'm sure everything will be fine doing that. So now I have to swap to this and actually find the cargo pods. Normally that would be 6. I don't know if that's the case when it's on the seabed. Last time I was on the sea, it was a little bit tricky. I actually did swap off, so because the normal first person thingy is very difficult to actually kind of enable in the undersea environment. Doesn't actually seem to be the same places, so this is where it can get tricky if you get stuck, but devices don't get stuck. So the thing is, remember to keep an eye on your protection and your health and all that kind of things. Unfortunately normal. That is very normal. So it's kind of boring things I get out of it, but oh well. So that was 6. Is there any more? It doesn't look like it. So the numbers are the same whether you are in on land or on the sea. That's good to know. So let's go back and find a Del Call. It wants me to go that way. Okay. The thing is, you might also find crashed ships. You might find buildings on the sea. Keep an eye on your health and your shielding. That made me almost shit myself. Oh, I even picked up the wrong gun. So yeah, it's not always all peaceful under the sea. There is dangers as well. And that one, even though I have seen it before, I did not expect it. But that's what makes things great sometimes. Oh, blast. Oh, it's not really what I expected. they are not supposed to be aggressive or anything. But it was of course because I shot that animal just in front of them. Body of that animal go, because I did not see anything which could have been I only saw a few animals in the where I arrived, so yeah. Oh, the body is gone. What am I saying? My ship is over there and I need to go there. Okay. It's actually quite easy. Get ship here. As long as they are just investigating, then I'm actually fine with it. Investigate away, that's not a problem. Don't shoot at me though. So for Nexus mission, this was actually not too hard. I wasted a little bit of time investigating the freighter, but that's one of these things. I can't just leave a freighter within reach and expect that all is well and fine. Buying some trade goods while I'm here, because that can be quite a lucrative one when it's a 3-star system. And just have a look if there's any boxes around. Doesn't actually look like it. Put down there. an exotic. Well, let's go and have a look at that, because a interesting color scheme here. So not only many slots, 29.9 million. It's but it has 52 slots all in all. And, let's put the glyphs on the screen as well and try to get a picture of it. A nice picture. Oh, wrong way. It's a very interesting army gray mosquito, and well, if anyone is interested, the glyph is on the screen. You have to be in Zukasizawa Galaxy to use the glyphs. So if you know how to get here, then feel free to come and have a look at it. And I will put the codes on as well. It's minus 52.78, comma, plus 166.34. And price 29.9 million. S-class, as always, with exotics, and quite an interesting ship. It's unfortunately not what I'm looking for, so I'm going to leave this behind myself. But grey, very military-like actually. It's quite cool. So yeah, that's it. Was a little bit bonus on the top. So I'm not entirely decided what I'm going to do with those fluids and living slime and all that, because to be honest, I do want my living ship to have fuel, but I'm not entirely sure I want to abandon all nanite production. So I'm in a little bit of a what should I do and what would be the proper thing. So I'm still on the thinker on that one. But I do like to have pretty much free fuel for my ships if I can. Same with the Sentinel ones. I do like the shards for that, and I'm going to see that as free fuel. But anyway, you could argue that all fuel is actually free, as long as you gather it, so yeah. Well, I will have to think about what I do with that, because it's not a one-sided decision to take. Because it's also not that I'm in the dire need of nanites, but it's still a good thing to for some reason I get a lot of missions from when I do the Nexus mission, which I actually haven't done. It's kind of weird. So it actually tells me I have missions to hand in, but I don't think I did any missions, but oh well. Let's humor the game. That is actually what controls us anyway, so I heard that stop, so I do like to have that running while I run around anyway, because then it kind of do the refining without me thinking about it. So, yeah. Oh, well. Is that the same? No, it's a bit more expensive. So, there's another exotic, so it's actually the same system. I didn't never say what system it was. I should have done that. So this seems to have a little bit more slots. 37 million. It's another mosquito, almost same color scheme. It has 55 slots. Can't really comment when there's only 2 supercharged at the moment, so well, I will give the glyph address for this as well. It's not necessarily the same as the earlier one, because it's not necessarily the same planet it comes onto. But again, it's the same grayish color. And yeah. Well, the glyphs are there, and if you want to come and camp out for it, feel free. You could go to this system and search for both of them if you like, if this is your model. Mosquito, kind of nice. I like them, but it's not what I'm looking for. And we are in the Zushkin 14 system. That was actually the planet we just went to. So yeah. Okay. So again, it showed that in a 3-star system there was 2 exotics. That's actually not a bad outcome. could have done worse with that. I would claim.
Technology recharge.
So I don't know if I'm going to find any more of that kind of thing. It is like everything else, it's a question about luck. Being at the right place at the right time very often helps. So, what do we have here? That might be a good one to go to. Don't ask me why, but we have to go somewhere, and we have to kind of move towards the center, and that is where we can jump to the next galaxy. So it's kind of in the direction we need to take. Okay, here we get a dreadnought battle. That is of course something we need to deal with. It is something you should be as fast as you can. That is my biggest struggle very often. I am not the fastest. Of course, make sure you stay alive. Oh. So, you need to get the shield generators down. Then you need to fight them. Trying to flee. It's the question if I can damage it enough so it blow off. Prefer if it doesn't. What did I get for my freighter? I did not see that. So this is always a beautiful sight, dreadnought in flames. I like that. That is one I can put on. Problem is I'm starting lacking slots, so all these adds to my frigate missions. So they are very good, the rewards you get. The problem is you need slots for your freighter, and that can be a piss to actually get. But yeah, I take it on board. I do what I can. Sometimes you manage to defeat it and blow it off. Other times they run away. Other times again it goes all tits up and they kill the civilian fleet and you don't get anything whatsoever. That's just how it is. I have one for my ship, so I'm going to put that on. I didn't normally put them on one at a time, but as I'm playing on Permadeath, I actually want to have benefit from things immediately. If it makes any difference, then that is better to do. There we go. That's very cheap wiring looms.
Product received.
So I can sell certain things.
Units
I
received.
happily do that.
Units received.
That's kind of why I buy them.
Units received.
And there's always the discussion, should you make money, shouldn't you? I think it must be up to the individual player what you choose to do. If you want to become a trader and see how rich you can get, go for it. I do agree with the point that don't forget the game itself to acquire wealth. Of course, you should embrace everything in the game, but that doesn't mean you have to do everything. And if you're a new player and starting out, it can be bloody hard to find your feet. What is it actually you're supposed to do? Well, the bottom line is the game is designated as a survival exploration game. And those two things actually go hand in hand, because it is about surviving when you're out exploring. When you're down on the planet, there is dangers. So the environment can be dangerous, the wildlife, the sentinels, everything can be dangerous. So survival is absolutely a thing in the game. But apart from that, it sometimes get new players very confused what they are actually supposed to do. My advice is always do the base missions first, the Artemis Apollo and the Atlas mission. Do them, because that brings you into the basic things of the game. But apart from that, then you need to find out what is it actually you like. Do you want to explore? Do you want to build bases? Do you want to become a pirate or bounty hunter? It's really up to you. You can become a trader and so on. So you have all the options, and it's up to you what you actually want to do. And no one should tell you you're wrong or anything, because you're not. It's your game, it's your choice. You play like you want to. I do the same, and most do the same. Then sometimes someone thinks, oh, I know better than everyone else, so don't make money, because then you lose out on the game. Rubbish. That would be the same to say to people, oh, you shouldn't ask for a pay rise. I must admit, if anyone did that to me, I would tell them to, well, F off, basically. So, it's my decision, and let's leave it with that. How you play is your decision. You do what you feel is right and wrong. It's your moral which is at stake when you play. And I'll just say one thing: make sure you feel you're entertained, you feel pleasure with the game you're playing, and get excited when you see that six-legged predator on a planet, or when you find a T-Rex, or whatever it is. That's the important thing. Being happy with your game. And if you play like everyone else tells you to, it might not be what gives you enjoyment while you're playing. So, no. That's it. If there's things you would like to do, you can't really get your head around, or something is puzzling you, then ask people, ask experienced players. They are very often very helpful, and the No Man's Sky community is one of the best there is. Everyone is in general very helpful. Do say a lot. Don't play like I play. Don't do what I do. Do what you think is best for you. Oh, I just did something I shouldn't have done, but because I need to make sure I sell as well. No, if you ask me for advice, I will give you my advice. But always take it as being suggestions. If you feel something is suggested that is not really your cup of tea, then feel free to actually think, no, that's not me, I can't do that. It's fine. will say I do not land on a lot of planets at the moment. I do when I do missions, but my aim is to get the ship filled up with storage slots and find missions which I find is useful. When I'm happy with all of that, then I will start doing a little bit more exploration on planets and go and see, can I find some buildings, what else can I find? Unless, of course, someone comes through in chat and asks for something specific. I might then do that. I mean, sometimes it's easier to just show things instead of talking about them. So sometimes I recycle those modules which I know I'm never going to use. I'm holding on to some that I might or might not use. But as long as I'm not in some situation where I don't need as long as I'm not in a situation where I actually need the space, then I'm in no rush. And again, it's the thing is, you can do as you find best yourself. You don't have to follow what everyone else does. Nobody else is doing that. We are all playing as we think is best ourselves. Of course, if someone finds the Holy Grail, everyone knows about it. We do share a lot of information, and of course, if I find a way which is way easier to do a thing, and you see that and you think, oh, that's actually smarter than the way I do it, then of course feel free to use the information you have. But if you use a method for something and you know that works, then it's not necessarily better to change that because you know it works. So, Viking stations always have 2 nanite extractors. So it's not a lot of nanites, but every little helps. And like with money, it actually frees up some options for you, and having options is actually a good thing. whatever you're looking for, either you need either you need units to buy things with or nanites. So having a good lump sum sitting there, so you, whenever you feel you need it, it's there. That's not a bad thing. And it makes the game very much smoother to actually play. Quite sure what I was actually doing there, but I can use those. What are so that would be something to do. Make sure you get up in standing with the guilds so you get the gifts every time you come to a station and other places where they sit, because it's actually quite lucrative. I can only recommend that you do that. It's very simple. You get it by doing missions. So, and you can actually start picking easy missions very early. You get into space and space stations. Of course, don't start doing those which is extremely hard. That would not be beneficial, but everything else, there is a lot of them which is actually relatively easy. So most important thing to do when you're fighting, keep an eye on your shield. Make sure it's topped up. And if you keep that topped up and make sure that everything is kind of fine, they can't beat you. But of course you need to make sure you have sodium for your shield. One way one type of sodium or the other, both will work. Or the shields, star shield battery. If you have those kind of things, you're actually good. So when I'm landed, I am going to just take a very short bathroom break. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. It won't take long, so stay with me. So, back again. Sorry for that. So the missions provide you with a little bit more things you can do and get things for. And well, some is better than others, I would say. Okay. That was, of course, it. Yeah. So, I'm in a situation where all my trade goods is off my ship again, so I pretty much have a little bit. So, I'll find a trading post, and it's that way. It's always a good idea just to take a peek at what the planet actually is. I'm sorry, I'm sitting chewing sometimes, but if I don't get a little bit of sugar, then I go dead suddenly. And I've been told if I don't say anything, it's a little bit boring, so I try to keep you entertained the best I can. I haven't started the dad jokes yet, so this is a toxic planet. So even though there's another exotic, wow. I would say, oh, that's number 3 today, so that is quite an amount of 53 slots, price 33.5 million. With the weaving type. It's quite a interesting one. Nice red one. The glyphs are on the screen. And this is how it looks from the side. And take it from the frontish as well. The bottom part is the same as the mosquito, but the wings, and they fold out as you fly, so quite an interesting concept. Red and black, nice one. So, and the coordinates is plus 22.54, comma, minus 29.78. And we are on the planet Edau in the Pilan system. So it's up in the north part. So, but if you go by the coordinates, you should be able to find it. So feel free to come and look for this one as well. You have to be in Zukasizawa Galaxy to use the glyphs though. Now we talk about interesting things. I think we have landed on Jurassic Park. So that is quite interesting. It's one of the funny things is that you can play for a very long time and not see any interesting ships, and then suddenly they come blowing just in your face when you don't expect it. Of course I put those into YouTube videos as well, and I got quite a lot on my channel now, so if you're hunting ships, feel free to go and have a look what's in my range there. Might be something you would be interested in. So, I want to buy some stuff.
Product received. Product received.
I know that I'm not going to be able to sell any trade goods because that's the same in the whole system, but things which are other things than trade goods, it actually changed from terminal to terminal. It didn't really have anything, so well, that was another exotic. There's always a question, what is best, space stations or trading posts? I do think I find more on the space stations, but it's difficult to actually say. You do find ships all over the place. One trick someone told me about is land on a freighter and see what comes in there, because he found a lot of S-class ships coming into freighters, and I have looked when I landed on freighters, and I have seen the occasional S-class, but I don't document them because I'm not 100% sure that they follow the normal camp out theory, so but it's one of the difficult things. It's always difficult to actually predict. My best advice is actually just scan any ship you see and see what it says. That's been my way of doing it for a long time, and I do find a lot of S-class ships in general, so it helps looking.
Received. Units received.
trade is a funny thing as well, because I feel you can overdo it and start planning what sells where and go and jump around to do that. I must admit, I can't be bothered doing that, but I know when I buy things cheap on trading post and sell them expensive on space stations, then I will earn money on them. And in principle, I don't care if I earn 1 unit more per piece or 10 or 100, it doesn't make a big difference. As long as I keep earning money, then it moves in the right direction. And that is what's interesting for me. Not if I earn 100 or 101, doesn't make a difference. Modules. So I'm trying to slowly get the full language of each of the 3 races. And I'm not doing it the most I could take everything I meet and talk to, and then it would be faster, but I don't feel that would be the right thing to do. So I pick up these but kill creatures because you can do a lot of them in one go, so I'm just accumulating them really. Then at some point when I have a lot of them, I will go and do them all. See, these black ones are actually evasive. I don't know why I have troubles with them all the time. Maybe because I don't have the secret handshake. So, black hole. Chasing S-class ships. I'm just looking when I get around to see what there actually is. tells me I jumped a very long distance, but in reality it was the usual 6,000 light years. Which is fine, it's longer than I can jump with my ship and even my freighter, so it's actually fine. But don't be impressed with the numbers it chucks at you, because that's not reality. It would be nice if it was, but it's not. That's one thing I really would wish could happen, and that is, well, that black holes would have a range that they could go between. If you were very lucky, you got a very good long one, and if you were very unlucky, you hardly moved, or maybe didn't move. So that I would think could be cool. So these are a little bit tricky, because you can leave, not spend any money on this guy. You can pressure him into accepting less. However, you might lose standing with them, or you can pay what it costs. If you leave, then the next couple of stations you land in with gigs would be the same one. So just to get rid of it, I actually pay, and I get something, and yeah. Is it worth the money? Probably not, but that's just how it is, to be honest. You can quickly earn the money you spent again, so it's not like you lose out. Yeah, it's a little bit step back, but so this you could farm the carbon, but I feel it takes way too much for that little bit that comes out of it. As I said, I scanned the ships, and this is only sea ships, so they are not interesting in that matter. It's about trade language, so if you can find something which is trade related prices, and if you're lucky you get something, or a good standing or something like that. So assume it's trader. And he gave me some money. Isn't that nice? another kill 3 sentinels. I'm actually taking it because I will have to at some point doing it, so. But I'm not taking the predators because that is too much of a lottery. Yeah, I do run into them from time to time, but those missions might be sitting for a very long time before I do. And that actually always seems to be driven by such law. So whenever you think that is almost there, then it says, no, you get 17 planets without predators. Trading post, get some more trading goods. Sentinels. It's kind of okay when you only go to the trading post, but that might not be your only aim. I should not have taken that bag of chocolates in. Okay, bad idea. I don't mind fighting with the pirates, but sometimes the best thing is actually not to fight. sentinels. That is what it is. Can't do much about that. So, as long as I don't go down, it should be fine. Hello there, welcome to... What are you up to? Nothingness. Big bag of nothingness. So, how heavy is a big bag of nothingness? Good question. It's not one I'm going to attempt to answer, at least. Let's get away from here. A lot of traffic, but nothing interesting. So, often been talking about aggressive sentinels, what that actually means. And like someone said that, oh, it's so rare, you won't run into them. Well, on average, there is roughly one planet in each system which has aggressive sentinels on them, sometimes multiple. And what it means is that when they see you, they will attack on sight. So just bear that in mind. You have the information when you scan the planet. And it's really up to yourself if you want to go down and fight them, for instance. I won't. Because there's no purpose to it. If there was, then it's something different. So... actually go for another black hole. That's an outlaw system. Well, why not? That's not necessarily a bad thing. Might not be good either. That's That's not really useful for anything, so no. If you notice, the outlaw systems have 3 illegal black market goods. And the rest is pretty much the same over and over again.
Product received. Units received.
That's just fine. It makes it a little bit more predictable if you need something specific that you can get on an outlaw station, but apart from that, meh. Very intriguing. Holes again and again, but it gives a little bit more distance when you move. Looks fun. The thing is, very often when you fly through a galaxy, you start getting the blues of the galaxy because you feel it suddenly turns all same old, which it is and it isn't. The only thing is you need to break up what you're doing so you don't do the same things over and over again, because then it starts getting tedious and you feel it is same old. So break up what you're doing. Do something different from time to time. Like when you're seeing I take a random mission and do that, and a couple of random ones which I normally wouldn't do, just to break up things so you kind of get out of the bad moment. Not saying it is bad, but it's always good to get some variety in what you're doing. See, there's a traveler behind the bar here, so So I'm going to do the normal thing. So I'm going to go and look for the grave that each traveler actually can provide you with. Oh, nothing sellable here. Nothing here, doors. I would say. You always expect at least something. Usually I can get tag on the chairs, but not the navigation data, so I really don't want to waste my time trying to get it without getting it, so suddenly got a doubt what the dominant life form here was, and it is the Cowork, so I talk to them. That's actually how I select where I get words to the languages. I take from the dominant life form and the system. Interesting ship now. So coax is technology, and it's actually the one I find is the easiest one to sort out, but it's not always like that. Wait a minute. The wrong one, isn't it? Oh, that's a quantum. It's a circuit board. There's the microprocessor. Well, I never tried to sell one of them for $500,000, so why not? It's not that I'm greedy, but giving me a lot of money without any effort. It would be kind of stupid to say no.
Navigational data received.
So then I have two things to do in this system. Deliver the microprocessor and look at the traveler's grave. Well, the grave is not his, but it's another traveler's. At least it's not one with aggressive sentinel, so that's good news. So when it's something which needs to be delivered, it is most of the time on a trading post, so it actually suits me fine. The problem is I can't see the colors of anything here. Suddenly very busy. So radioactive.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Fine. Of course, remember to look at the ships. Need to do first. That's always a good
Product received. Product received. Product received.
can actually buy a microprocessor in. Okay. It's interesting. Sometimes some weird situations you get into. But again, that's what makes a game interesting, because if everything was predictable, it wouldn't really be fun. Oh, ships are not very interesting, so we have something else on this planet, so we might do some more scans there. It doesn't show that part. Okay. Luckily it seems to come up anyway. With full speed, that's a little bit long crossing a planet, so I normally say around between 1 and 2 minutes is doable, but everything else is a little bit slowish. So it's a nice green planet. You will very often see that with radioactive planets. They are very green. Don't ask me why, because I have no clue. So, when you go to the grave, you will talk to a hologram of the guy who was buried there. And if you don't have all glyphs, you will get one, and you get a memory fragment which, well, if you're lucky, will provide you with some technology. That technology might not be useful whatsoever, but it's a possibility. So those animals. I know I said this before, but very often the bread and butter of your game is whatever you make from scanning on planets. And the more you scan, the more you earn, so it's just kind of getting to it. So weirdly, I thought I saw some buildings, but I can't scan any, so a little bit curious for that. But I'm going to this. Actually, chunk over here. This is kind of turning out to be metal production, but shoot, that's not useful, but it's always good to at least try to see what you can get from it. So there's a building there. What is that? Is that a observatory? It could be interesting. Transmission tower, that's in that range of thingies, so yeah, that one. That's pretty much it. There's normally always nanites in one of the shelters. That's another thing to kind of learn to your start survival package, is that can provide you with some useful stuff that you can use, especially until you find your feet. So let's go and look at the transmission tower, see what that actually comes up with. Lucky we can find the door. Even someone living there. Let's see what this brings with it. The crash site that I'm not unhappy with, that is actually something I like to find. However, thought I saw other buildings nearby. Help there. What is that? Also, no, this is a minor settlement. not a bad thing either. So there's always a lot of fun stuff around these. Always some nanites in one of them. Sometimes even other things, but there is a certain that it actually tries to pretty much do the same with the shelters on each planet, so or each system. I think it's planet-wise, but so all the all the shelters we will find on this planet will have the same interior. If we go to another planet, it will look differently. So we come in here. This guy is selling a little bit of components and some blueprints. The blueprints is only really useful in the start of the game. It wouldn't bring me anything because I already have them all. So these rooms sometimes have nanite extraction. This doesn't look it has here. So let's go on to the Crash Trader. It should be relatively close.